Alright, so I'm going to do this relatively quickly. I don't want to make a 30-minute profile video anymore. Maybe like a 10-minute video? I don't know. I'm going to shoot for short. Um, so I'm playing Virtual World here, and I do have every card that you see here in the deck. Right? The deck is ready to play as you see it right here. Um, well, except for this one. I have 3 of them in the deck box, but only 2 of them are currently sleeved. I decided that I would bump this up to 3 just because I need a third. I ended up getting rid of too many of these and it kind of screwed me over. So, yeah. I lost those and it kind of screwed me over and yeah, it hurts. This is pretty much the only way to recur your banished stuff, right? So, okay. Going through the list though. I'm not going to go into detail or anything like that really. Well, actually, you know what? I will. I'll go into a little bit of detail. So, um, starting off, Cashier Engine. 2 Unicorn, 3 Fenrir. Why 2 Unicorn? Why not 3? Because I don't own the third. When this got semi-limited, I traded off my third Unicorn. Because I figured it was probably just going to get banned or put the 1 or, whatever. And I didn't need a third at the time. Of course, after I do that, about 3 weeks later, they announced it. Oh, it's coming off the list. It's no longer on the list because Kashtira has been kicked in the balls again, and now it's pretty much unplayable as the deck the way that it was supposed to be played. Right, the continuously banishing stuff deck. 3 Fenrir because I do own 3 Fenrir. 2 Lili, 2 Lao Lao, 3 Lulu, 2 Yan Yan, I think is how you say that, and 3 Juju. Or Gigi, not Juju, Gigi. It's a really weird name. 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Drone Lockbird, 1 Foolish Burial, 2 Foolish Burial Goods, 1 Thrust, 1 Talents, 2, 3, Kowloon, Spell, 1 Called By, 3 E-Telly, 1 Kashtira Birth, 3, Quinlong. Yes, I am running Saga. Fight me. I don't care. 1 Transaction Rollback, 3 Chi-Chi, and 1 Yalu, or whatever. Alright. Now, I'll go into a little bit of detail about the monsters. Alright, starting off with, um, oops. Starting off with Lily. Alright. So, all Virtual World cards share this effect. Or, okay, not all of them, but all but one of the monsters that I run share this effect. If this card is in your hand, you can target one Virtual World card you control. Send a Virtual World card, specific card, of a different type, monster, spell, or trap, from your deck to your graveyard. And if you do, special summon this card. Then, and this is the part where it gets different, then you can send one Virtual World card of a third type from your deck to the graveyard except for Lily. For the rest of this turn, you can only special summon level/rank 3 or higher monsters. This deck cannot link summon. Okay. Lao Lao's effect. The same thing. Have a virtual card on the field, target it, send one from your deck to your graveyard, and if you do, special summon this card. Then you can special summon one Virtual World monster from your graveyard in defense position with a different name than the card sent. That's a lot that's a lot of words. But negate its effect, which is fine. And then again, just like the other one, for the rest of this turn, you can only special summon level/rank 3 or higher monsters. Now, Lily, same thing. target a virtual world card, send another, blah blah blah. Then you can add one virtual world card of a third type from your deck to your hand, except for Lulu. You're locked into level / rank 3 or higher monsters. Okay. This one is the only one that's different in a lot more ways than one. If a level 3 monster is normal or special summoned to your field, while this card is in your graveyard, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card as a tuner, but banish it when it leaves the field. Also, for the rest of this turn, you can only special summon level / rank 3 or higher monsters. If this card is banished, you can target one of your other banished cards, shuffle it into the deck. Alright, so this can recur cards that are banished. This revives itself from the graveyard. This can actually be played in other decks that also play level / rank 3 or higher monsters. GG. Same effect as the others. If this card is in your hand, you can target one virtual world card you control, send one virtual world card with a different type from your deck to your graveyard, and if you do, special summon this card. Then, during the end phase of this turn, you can add one virtual world monster from your graveyard to your hand. Almost said deck. Except for GG. And for the rest of this turn, you can only special summon level / rank 3 or higher monsters, and you can only use this effect once per turn. So, that is the spell, or that is the monsters. The spell cards have a different kind of effect that's actually pretty cool. So, Kowloon. Place one virtual world gate from your deck face up in your spell trap zone. Then apply any of the following effect in sequence, by the way. Which means, number 1, number 2, and number 3. Based on the number of virtual world gates you control. So if you control 2 virtual world gates, all virtual world monsters you control gain 200 attack this turn. If you have 3 or more, send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard. If you have 4, special summon up to 4 monsters with a different name from your extra deck. You can only activate 1 Virtual World City Kowloon per turn. The first gate, Quinlong. You can banish 1 Virtual World card from your graveyard, then target 1 face-up monster on the field and negate its effect until the end of this turn. Even if this card leaves the field. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add 1 Virtual World monster from your deck to your hand, then send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. The Trap. You can target 1 face-up card on the field, shuffle 2 of your banished Virtual World cards with different names from each other into the deck, then destroy that card. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 Virtual World monster you control, increase or decrease its level / rank by 3. So if you have level 6s, you can lower one of them to level 3 to make it a level 9. Or if you have a level 3, you can increase its rank or level to level 3 to make a rank 6. Jianwu, I think is how you actually pronounce that. During the battle phase, if you control another gate, you can target 1 face-up monster on the field, change its battle position. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one virtual world monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but negate its effect. Then send one card from your hand to the graveyard. Okay? You can only use each effect once per turn. This is one of those cards that's not really that useful versus certain decks. Um, so, yeah. There's that. Now, for the extra deck. We have Garua, the Wings of Resident Life. We have Galaga, Invoke Galaga, or Galaga. I'm not going to be playing this card. I'm actually going to be playing Shaddoll Beast. Hero Elements Haveness, and Shaddoll Fusion. And the reason I'm going to be playing those is because with, let's see. Cool. With Haveness, you can fusion summon with this card. So, if I can actually learn how to use this properly, then I can actually play this in the deck and play a couple fusion monsters that are really good for this deck. And probably, maybe even play Winda or even a branded package. But yeah, you can fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck by placing fusion material mentioned on it from your hand, field, and or graveyard, including this card, to the bottom of the deck. So I could, in fact, play Shaddoll Fusion and send that plus Shaddoll Beast to my graveyard, summon Winda, and then use Haveness effect to fusion summon and get something like Construct or something else. And it's actually a really good card. So I see why anyone would actually play that in here, and that is actually what I'm going to be doing. I just need to figure out what to cut. That's the hard part. Do I put these two in the side? Well, if I put those in the side, do I cut these two? That kind of stuff. Anyway, moving on. Ultimaya Tzolk'in. I don't really know how you pronounce that name, but that's while I'm saying it, I'm sticking to it. Cannot be synchro summoned, even though this is a synchro monster. This card is really freaking weird. Must first be special summoned from your extra deck by sending 2 level 5 or higher monsters you control with the same level to the graveyard. 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner. The requirements to summon a synchro monster. Once per turn, when a spell or trap is set on your field, except during damage step, you can special summon 1 power tool synchro monster or 1 level 7 or 8 dragon synchro monster from your extra deck. And while you control another synchro monster, monsters cannot target this card for attacks. Also, neither player can target it with card effects. That is one of the weirdest cards in existence. But, yeah, moving on, we have Baronne de Fleur. One of the reasons that I decided to put the Kashtira engine in, it makes making Baronne so much easier. One of these monsters, Kashtira Unicorn or Fenrir, plus a level 3 tuner, like Lulu, normal summon it. Instant Baronne. Third summon, Baronne. Moving on from that, this guy can get absolutely freaking massive. Um, and I have lied about the time that I wanted to make this video. Um, for each banished card, it gains 100 attack and defense, and your opponent's monsters lose 100 attack and defense. Shinshin, one of the main cards that makes this deck obnoxious. Or that used to make it really obnoxious. It still kind of does, because it's a walking D-shifter. Or D-fissure, if you will. Any card sent from field to grave is banished instead. You can only use each of the effects once per turn. Once per turn, when your monster declares an attack, you can return one banished monster to its owner's graveyard, which is kind of cool. During the main phase, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish 2 other monsters from your graveyard, just other monsters in general, with different original types and attributes from each other. Special summon this card. One of the things that makes this deck great. Vermilion Dragon Mech. Once per turn, you can banish 1 tuner from your hand, graveyard, or face-up field, then target 1 card on the field and just destroy it. Because reasons. If the Synchro Summon card is destroyed by card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 of your banished tuners, add it to your hand. Crystal Clearwings, or not Clearwing, but Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Once per turn, when another monster effect is activated, quick effect, you can negate that activation. If you do, destroy that monster. And if you do that, this card gains attack equal to that destroyed monster's original attack until the end of this turn. If this card battles an opponent's monster that is level 5 or higher, during damage calculation, this card gains attack equal to the current attack of the opponent's monster. So this guy can actually get pretty good size. Which is, pretty good. Coral Dragon. Once per turn, you can discard 1 card, then target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it. If the Synchro Summon card is sent from field to grave, you can draw 1 card. He's a Synchro and a Tuner, which is kind of nice. Stardust Charge Warrior. When this card is Synchro Summoned, you can draw 1 card. You only use this effect of Stardust Charge Warrior once per turn. This card can attack all special summon monsters your opponent controls once each. This card is not that strong. It's only 2,000 attack, which most main deck monsters now have. But, it's there. The one, the only, the classic Zeus, who has come down in price quite a bit because of the most recent printing of it being the 2-person starter kit thing. Once per duel, if an Xyz or once per turn. Why did I say once per duel? Once per turn, if an Xyz monster battled this turn, you can also Xyz summon Divine Zeus AA, or Divine Arsenal AA Zeus Sky Thunder by using 1 Xyz monster you control as material. Transfer its material to this card. Quick effect, you can detach 2 material from this card. All other cards on the field are sent to the graveyard. They're not destroyed, they're sent to the graveyard. The entire field. All of the cards on the field. Just nuke the field. Once per turn, if another card you control is destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect, you can attach 1 card from your hand, deck, or extra deck to this card. Kind of neat. The new Anti-Zeus. During the turn or turn after, your opponent special summons 2 or more monsters from the extra deck. You can also Xyz summon this card by using 1 monster you control with the highest attack, your choice if tied, transfer its material to this card if it is an Xyz monster. If you do, you cannot normal summon or special summon monsters for the rest of this turn. This is something that you do on your opponent's turn, because it says during the turn. I'm pretty sure you can do this during your opponent's turn. I'm not 100% on that, but, you know, it does say turn after, so who knows. The whole turn thing doesn't really make much sense to me in Yu-Gi-Oh! Anymore, so, yeah. Anyway, while this Xyz monster, or Xyz summon card, is on the field, neither player can activate the effects of monsters with 3,000 or more attack. Once per turn, you can detach one material from this card, return one monster on the field to its owner's hand. So, you can actually return itself, believe it or not. Let's see. Dragonlark, Pyrin? Heron? Whatever. I don't know. Dragonlark. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect while a monster other than Dragonlark is face up on the field. I'm assuming that means both your side and your opponent's side. That was special summoned from the graveyard. Okay. During the standby phase, you can detach one material from this card, then target one level 5 or lower monster in your graveyard and special summon it. You can only use this effect once per turn. That's pretty cool. So, what you do with this, you make it, and then you use its effect to special summon a monster from the graveyard, and now it can't be destroyed by battle or card effect. Yeah, kind of nice. Beatrice, Lady of the Eternal. You can also Xyz summon this card by sending one Burning Abyss monster you control, or one Burning Abyss monster from your hand to the graveyard, then using one Dante monster you control as material. Transfer its material to this card. If summoned this way, the following effect cannot be activated on this turn. Once per turn, quick effect, you can detach one material from this card. Send one card from your deck to the graveyard. This is how you do this, the turn skip, by the way. And if this card in your possession is destroyed by your opponent's card and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one Burning Abyss monster from your extra deck, ignoring summoning conditions. So, what you need to be able to do the turn skip is you need to play Beatrice and Foolish Burial Goods. So you open up with Foolish Burial Goods, you send Saga or Rollback, doesn't really matter which one. And then you make Beatrice and you send the other. Then you activate the effects and you just kind of win the game. Good old Abyss Dweller, which can't even be made in this deck because there's no level 4s. While this card has materials attached to it that were originally water, all water monsters you control gain 500 attack. Once per turn, quick effect, you can detach one material from this card. Your opponent cannot activate any card effects in their graveyard. Alright. I can't even make this one, or Galaga, or Garua at the moment. They're good targets for Pot of Prosperity, which is kind of why they're here. The side deck, Nibiru, the Primal Being, Space Rock. Your opponent summons 5 times, you just go Space Rock, and they cry. Effect Veiler, your opponent tries to do something and you just go Effect Veiler, no. Well, specifically if it's something that they're trying to do on the field. They're activating a monster effect on the field. And you just go Effect Veiler, no you don't. Non once per turn, by the way. Dark Ruler no more. Your opponent has a big ass board with a bunch of stuff on it that you don't really like. Dark Ruler no more. You have no power anymore. The second copy of Triple Tactics Talent, and the second copy of Triple Tactics Thrust. 3 copies of D-Barrier. You know your opponent plays nothing but synchros. Flip it during their draw phase, call synchros. They're screwed. They basically lose out on playing. Same thing that happens when you play Saga. But Saga is basically for anything. Saga is kind of useless against Lab in a way, but decent. Gravity Collapse. This card is a card that is only in here to troll the hell out of someone. It's probably never going to get used. But it is the 15th card for the side deck. I may actually would use this in a big event. I don't know. If I did, then I would want 3 of them. But I only have the 1, so yeah. When your opponent would summon a monster, send 1 face-up synchro monster you control to the graveyard, negate the summoning. And if you do, destroy that monster. And your opponent cannot summon a monster until the end of this turn. You can, however, set a monster. Because it says your opponent can't summon. It doesn't say you can't normal set. Alright? So there's a loophole to this. Keep that in mind if anyone actually plays this. If you go to special summon a monster, and they go Gravity Collapse, then you just go, alright, fine, set. That's how that works. So, yeah. I kind of failed on the whole keeping this like 15 minutes or less thing. It's going to be close to 30 again. But it is what it is. I can't really help that now, can I? So that's all I got for you with this video. Let me know what you think. And yeah, just let me know what you think in the comment section. Leave a like if you would, or a dislike, doesn't really matter. Helps the algorithm thing. I would appreciate a like more than a dislike. If you haven't subscribed already, then please do so. I am trying to grow the channel. I am slowly but surely trying to grow the channel. So please do consider subscribing. And when you subscribe, don't forget to hit the little bell icon. It actually gives you notifications that, hey, I uploaded a video. You might want to watch it. Let's see. What have I missed? Like, comment, subscribe. That's it. So, yeah. Do all those things for me. Thanks for listening to the video. Thanks for watching the video. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.